Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC on Fox 7 alongside Josh Thomson, who just finished Nate Diaz. And Josh, your hair looks great. I saw you playing with it. What was going? Did you cut it?
No, I didn't cut it. In the first round, I went out there, and the first time it dripped like a little bit. I could see it in my eye. I went like this, and I thought of you. I was like, that jerk. I knew I should have cut it. No, but once I got sweaty, I was able to stay back, so we're good.
It's a good luck charm. You can't change it now.
I can't. Yeah, I'm stuck with it.
Did it bother you at all, though, honestly?
No, it didn't. Actually, in the second round, it kind of, when we got in the clinch, it pushed down a little bit. But other than that, it wasn't really ever in my eyes. It was just kind of in my peripheral. And any little thing like that kind of bugs you, so.
It was an unbelievable performance. One of your best. Would you say that was one of your best performances in recent memory?
I gotta say, yeah, it was. You know, I felt like my first fight with Gilbert was one of the best that I've ever performed. I felt like my third fight was as well. I just came up short with getting the title from Gil. But this to me, I felt like was my welcome home to the UFC. And, you know, and like I said, full circle. I was starting my career here, and I'm gonna finish my career here.
You're the first guy to ever finish Nate Diaz in the UFC. Was that something you were shooting for?
I wasn't really looking to finish him, but the opportunity presented itself, which it did, is when I went after it. And that's really what the whole game plan was, to pick him apart and just take what he gives me, and hopefully that I capitalize big enough to rock him, injure him, whatever it was, and get the win.
You look great. What do you think of his performance?
You know, it's hard for me to tell. I mean, like, I see him on TV and I think he looks great. You know, I watch him fight, you know, Dan Miller. I watch him fight all these guys, and I'm like, man, he's phenomenal. I mean, for him and his brother, I respect those guys. That whole camp, I respect like so much. It's unbelievable. And I just felt like today the difference was my speed, my ability to mix it up, keep them guessing, and that was the whole game plan when I started my camp, was to make sure that I did everything fast on the mitts, made sure that I mixed everything up, from punches to kicks to knees to elbows to takedowns, everything. So I had to mix, like I said when we were doing the interviews for this to begin with, I had to use my full game to win this fight. There was no way I was going to win otherwise.
When you connected with that head kick, did you know that was it?
You know, I connected twice in the first round, so I went back to it in the third, but I started kind of getting away from the kicks a little bit, get him thinking about just clinching and punching, and then I went back to the head kick.
All right, so what's next for you? Do you deserve a shot at the title?
I mean, it's hard for me to say. You know, like I said, I'm new here, I'm back new again, and like you said, I did something that no one's done. I did something that their champion couldn't do. I finished him in 3. He had 5 rounds to finish, couldn't put him away. You know, and the opportunity was there. I felt like I did it, and I felt like we've said this for years. I felt like Gil and I were the 2 best lightweights in the world to begin with, and I think tonight that I solidified my part. You know, his is still to come.
And I gotta say, it's almost surreal seeing you here in a UFC event. You were so synonymous with Strikeforce. Does it feel that way to you too?
No, like I said, remember, I was fighting the UFC before it was cool. So, you know, when they were only having 10 or 12 shows a year, 15 shows a year, you know, I mean.
Even less.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was fighting for them back then. So it just makes me feel good to know that I'm starting my career there. That was the first promotion, the big promotion that signed me, and it's the biggest promotion in the world, and it's continued to be the biggest brand in the world. And I'm just glad I'm gonna be able to finish my career here.
Congrats, Josh.
Thank you, guys.